Obviously, it was difficult if you can't score in the last 3 minutes in both halves. That causes a lot of problems to finish each half well. It was a 1-point game, and then they scored 10 straight points. Finished the half, didn't take care of the ball, let them have wide open threes. They hit 7 threes in the first half. Obviously, that hurt us. Then we had opportunities and had good looks and shots, and we didn't crash the boards very well at all, where they did a better job having some putbacks. So they hit shots when they needed to, hit some big shots, and we didn't tonight.
KK, you had it to a point there with 4 to go in the first half, and they went on that 10-0 run. What happened in that stretch, and then how deflating was that to go into the half of a game you thought you were, in pretty good place with, and suddenly be down double digits?
Our transition defense was just awful. We weren't playing the personnel like we were supposed to. And I mean, it's always deflating when a team goes on a 10-0 run with 2 minutes to go in a half. But I think we responded well coming out of the first 4 minutes of the second half.
Dre, I think it was 5 times in the second half you got within 1 possession. I guess what prevented you guys from getting over that hump?
Just kind of like Coach you mentioned earlier, just missing assignments, open threes, transition really hurt us offensive rebounds, and not taking advantage of executing on offense.
Just kind of assess the post defense, I guess, help side tonight when they put the ball on the floor and got in the lane. Did you feel like you made any strides in that area tonight?
Yeah, in addition to help side, I thought we did a poor job as post hedging. I thought we could help our guards out a lot better to really stop their penetration. So that's something that we definitely have to take responsibility for.
KK, are you guys just out on the perimeter getting beat too often sometimes by dribble penetration?
I think it's a collective effort. There's a lot of things right now that aren't just really clicking on our defensive end. One game we're good on defense, other game we're not there. So, yeah.
Just Taylor, where were the openings for you tonight, and you feel like you had pretty good position down there all night?
I felt like I had good position. I just tried to get their post players deep, and I knew if I got their post players deep that my guards would get me the ball.
KK, you feel like, Taylor kind of stepped up down low tonight, especially in that second half?
Yeah, very much so. Taylor played huge tonight, really well for us. There are times that guards could do a better job getting him the ball.
Dre, is this one just sort of frustrating, just, to feel like you guys had maybe some issues straightened out against Minnesota and, to have some of the things that have been hurting you crop back up again here?
I mean, any loss is frustrating. It's a dagger we use.
Any other questions for the student athletes?
It can be for anybody, but you guys had 12 turnovers in the first half. What do you think went wrong there, and how do you prevent that from happening in the future?
Whenever we have a high turnover game, we're never really successful. When we keep our turnovers low, we're a very successful team. It's just forcing the ball, over penetrating, forcing things inside instead of working the ball and executing the game plan.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, ladies, you may be excused. Questions for Coach Versyp?
Just you got within that 1 possession, like 5 times, and just come down to getting a defensive stop, and then not letting them get on their kind of mini runs they got on.
Yeah, I mean, we had it down to 1 on several occasions, and we're trying to execute a play and get the ball inside, and we took an ill-advised 3 that people don't normally shoot, and we told them exactly what we wanted. So it's coming down to execution and mismatches that we saw. And you got to be able to get the ball where we need to get the ball and attack as much as you can. And and that was the key. But they knocked down shots. I mean, when the shot clock was going down, they threw something up, or they had a nice jump shot and they scored. We had some jump shots we didn't score, but you got to be able to finish.
What was going on, going into halftime? What was going through your heads? Because when they came out, it seemed like you guys were ready to go. You came back, I think 2 back-to-back scores, and that was the first time you brought it back to 1-point deficit. and then they just kind of kept attacking you guys and had an answer for every time you had a call. So what was going on there?
They knocked down shots. They answered the call. We didn't. You know, I mean, we have games that we knock down shots and other people don't answer the call. They had a great rhythm. They shot well. They executed and understood what they were looking for. You know, the second half, we needed to come out like we, had a kick in the butt at halftime. And we responded. And all we had to do was get ahead. All we had to do is make one shot and get ahead, and that would take care of it. You always just want to get ahead. We could never do that. But you got to give them credit. They did some good things.
You had not been turning the ball over very much in the last 5 or 6 games. Just to have the 12 in the first half, how much did that sort of set you back a little bit to make you have to come back in the second?
Yeah, I mean, it set us back. And KK shouldn't have 4 turnovers. She should have 1. Post player that didn't go to the ball should have the others. And she's always the one that gets the turnovers. You got to be able to post up and grab the ball if we're doing any type of post entry and be more physical. And those turnovers hurt us because then they were able to get in transition. So, in my eyes, KK had 1, and some of the post players had a lot more. That will shoot you in the foot because it's at the free throw line. And you got to be stronger and you got to play hard.